So I first heard about it just through Googling. So I had gotten to a point where I just knew that I needed help, and I honestly didn't know where else to go, and just Googled, and they actually came up at the top. So it was the first center that I called, and the woman that I spoke to was very nice, very helpful, and just kind of convinced me that this was the right way to go. And so I came here for alcohol addiction, but underlying, I found out I had anxiety and depression. I didn't really know what to expect. This is my first time doing anything like this, so it would be a place that would help me stop drinking, but I guess it kind of exceeded my expectations in terms of helping me deal with the anxiety and the depression that was underlying, because I've never been diagnosed with that before, or said that was an issue. So it was helpful to get the dual treatment. I felt like that was the best experience that I've had here, and unfortunately it was only a week. But there I thought that was the perfect place to do treatment or recovery, because you have activities, there's a pool if you have the chance to go sit by it, so there's relaxation, and I just feel it's very loose in terms of going between the apartments, so you get to interact with different people and people in your apartment. I just thought it was such a better experience, and I had wished that I had done more of that. My experience with the therapist was amazing. So Anthony was my main therapist, and then I had Morgan for EMDR. I will hands down say that Anthony is probably the best therapist that I've ever had in my entire life, and I've had maybe four. Four, I think, through the years. But this is the furthest that I've ever gotten with a therapist, the most comfortable that I felt with a therapist, and I feel he just understood what I was going through, and just very helpful in terms of helping me process things. So I had an excellent experience with that. And then same thing with Morgan. She did the EMDR, and so it was really helpful to pull out these memories that I hadn't even thought of or pushed back, and was why am I thinking that? And so it was really helpful to process those, and even Morgan was great too. I just felt she truly understood the pain or the the emotions that you were going through, and helped you process them. She made me cry a lot, not in a bad way, but in a good way, where it's okay, I feel I can get all this out. So that experience for me here, the two of them were amazing. I did Karen's classes, so she did a lot with addiction and recovery. Dr. Sue was amazing, so all of her classes too that dealt with trauma and grounding. I feel those were the grounding classes, and the breathing exercises that she taught were hugely helpful for me. That was my first exposure to the tools, and yeah, she was phenomenal. I just felt she could truly get you to relax. But yeah, so those, and then the addiction and recovery, and then boundaries I felt really helpful too. Anthony had the cognitive behavior class, so that was really helpful. So yeah, I think the ones that actually dealt with any issues that you have underlying, and then of course the addiction, were helpful. I think my experience here was invaluable. I'm just thankful to God that I was even brought in this direction and given this help. So for me, it's, I'm just so thankful that I had the opportunity, but I met some really great women while I was here, and people that I'll probably have in my life for the rest of my life, which is good. That experience plus the therapist and the staff, for the most part, I felt were great, and my experience here was really great.